good morning. Welcome back to Content Planning 101. This is Wendy. A little bit of a different approach this morning as we continue our journey through newsletter lessons. Today, I'm actually going to bust in and give you some really late breaking content tip regarding tone and approach. Now, I was working with a client yesterday who happens to be, he's a real estate broker and an industry professional, and some changes are coming to the MLS system, which is something, it's like a database of houses and details for all the houses that real estate brokers use and sell from. It's massive. There are like 600 of them. It's amazing. Well, this gentleman also happens to be in a wheelchair, and we started talking about content and how to talk about accessibility and adaptability and visitability in houses and homes and properties. And he brought up a term that I was not familiar with, but I think will be helpful to you. It's called PFL. What is PFL? Here, it's people first language. And I used it just at the top of the video when I said, my client, he's a real estate broker, he's this, and he's also in a wheelchair, or happens to be in a wheelchair. When you are approaching the, like let's say you have a building that is accessible to wheelchairs, or it's a commercial space, so it has to comply with ADA guidelines, if you will. So when you're talking about that, that is a thing that is going to want to be known. But if you could lead with the people first and the incidents or circumstance or mobility challenge or mobility requirement second, just to soften it up and let people know that, no, we're talking about people first. You, person, is who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the chair or the walker or the whatever. I am talking with the people. So I thought that was a really interesting approach, and I want to encourage you to think about, as you are working with different populations and different everything, this is an emerging element, and it's well known within the communities who, are most affected by all the languages. I don't even know if, I'm a woman who happens to be able to walk on her two legs, and I can see and I can hear. For all intents and purposes, a term would be able-bodied. And this is where it can get really gray, but I want to give you the language of PFL. I want you to flag it, check it out in Google. You're always going to make somebody mad or offend somebody, but this is a best practice that I'd like you to consider, as it does align just with customer service, sensitivity. Not everybody knows about it, especially if you're in healthcare or health related or something like that. If community members are coming in and you're noticing that, oh wow, I'm having several people coming in who happen to have walkers or who happen to have this ailment or happen to have this progressive disease in your roster, I'd like you to consider how you are approaching them in your language, especially your marketing and content language. In addition to, conversation, but content is where we slow down and write it down. So PFL is a great, great thing. And I just learned about this yesterday. So I'm no expert, but I think it's valuable, and I think you should know about it too. It's going to help you. All right. More to come, and just have a really good day, okay? I'll talk to you soon.